welcome to all my wrestling fans. This is Brian Jemison reporting with our first video podcast for the WWE. We're going to be talking about the 15-time world champion, John Cena. Now, the question is, and I'm going to get right into it, is truly, really, honestly, do you believe that Cena is legendary enough to be the 15-time world heavyweight champion? I mean, let's be honest here. John Cena is the number one guy. He's the company man. He's the head honcho, the big man in charge now, the big man around town, so to speak. I mean, with CM Punk being gone, Daniel Bryan having his injury, there really aren't a whole group of A-list guys right now. I mean, Chris Jericho just came back on this past week of Raw that we saw, and so we're getting to see a point where the WWE is in that lull, so to speak. You know, they really triumphed at one point. You know, big stars coming up, Daniel Bryan. They're bringing up Bad News Barrett, Intercontinental Champion, doing very well. He's injured now. So we're looking at a time where the WWE is kind of fishing for stars and they're building these guys up. And I know Triple H, being the guy that he is, the COO that he is not in a rush to pull the trigger on any new young talent just yet. I mean, if we remember years ago when John Cena was coming up, Triple H made a remark that, look, the guy's great. Even he and Randy Orton, Triple H remarked that, you know what? These guys right now are just a little too green. So he was not comfortable with placing a belt or placing a number one guy status on them as of yet. But as we see now, years down the line, some will say within 10 years difference, John Cena is now 15-time world champion. And now what does that mean for him? Does that mean that he's the best wrestler? Flat out, no. Absolutely not. Never. Unfortunately, we have to put it out there and make it what it is and be honest. John Cena is not the best wrestler in the business. However, John Cena can tell an incredible story in the ring. He is a great competitor. He'll give you a big match. He will show you why he is the guy that he is, and he is in a position that he is. However, John Cena is not the guy who I would say I'd love to see with the belt when it comes down to that big match and that big finish, especially at Money in the Bank. I don't always care to see Cena come out on top, but it is what's best for business. Not hating on Cena, it's just the fact of the matter is that there's a lot of guys out there who've got the charisma, who've got the spunk, and they might be able to carry the ball. I'm thinking that Seth Rollins here very shortly could make for a very interesting world champion. Now, I'd love to see him make a babyface turn back and turn away from the Authority and make himself now a new babyface against Triple H, against Stephanie McMahon, against Kane, against Randy Orton. It will be a very interesting twist. In the meantime, we've got the next guy up who we know they're grooming is Roman Reigns. And Roman Reigns is that guy that people are just waiting to jump out of the box. Is he ready? Should he have taken the title at Money in the Bank? Absolutely not. No, he should not have. And I'll tell you why. Roman Reigns is not at the caliber yet where he needs to be. But I'll share that more in another podcast. In the meantime, referring to John Cena, we know we've seen him battle Bray Wyatt. We've seen him battle the likes of JBL. John Cena's gone up against the greatest, The Undertaker. He's wrestled Ric Flair. John Cena's wrestled Shawn Michaels. I mean, The Rock. He's wrestled some of the biggest names in the business, and he is the guy who can definitely showcase himself on the marquee, on the grand stage. However, I believe Cena's position right now should be a measuring stick for the younger talent. Let a guy like Seth Rollins come up and really cut his teeth in big matches with John Cena. Let John Cena push guys to the top. And I think he's done a great job with Bray Wyatt, working with Wyatt. At the end of the day, I think Wyatt should have won the feud, but I understand why he did not. Unfortunately, John Cena is still going to be the guy up on top for a little while longer, just because there's some guys down at the lower levels who are not quite ready to take the ball yet. I think Bray Wyatt could be one, if anyone, who could come up right behind him and make a very interesting world champ. Love what they're going to do with Wyatt and Jericho, but again, that's for another podcast. In the meantime, not hating on the C Nation, not hating on all you 15-timers out there on Twitter, I just got to say for myself that I want to see someone who's going to come along and make a difference in the WWE and not see more of the same old Super Cena winning the day, making the victory. We just have seen so much of him, and I believe we definitely need to be in for a new treat, so to speak. So we're looking forward to seeing what Cena does. I'd love to see him drop the belt to Lesnar. Perhaps at SummerSlam we might get a glimpse of that, because it's about time that Cena puts someone over who can carry the WWE in a different direction. I know we're never going to go back to the Attitude Era. I get that. But I believe there's just something more exciting that the WWE can do rather than feed us Cena, knowing that the fans are really not looking forward to seeing another Cena title reign, at least another long title reign. But I'm going to sign off for now and leave you with that. Do you think John Cena is the 15-time World Heavyweight Champion because he's the best in the business, or because he's best for business? I want to hear your comments on Twitter. Make sure you put them on CouchRiderReport.net. I will be happy to respond and oh so excited. Well, in the meantime, this is Brian Jemison, your WWE Couch Rider correspondent, and I thank you for listening. And remember, it's from our couch to yours. This is Couch Rider.